What up, YouTube? It's your boy Dayday. Today we're going to talk about 3 things to do to grind smarter in Diamond Dynasty, and then we're going to talk about 3 modes you may want to avoid. Please like and subscribe to stay tapped into the channel, and let's get into the video. So actually, let's start with things to avoid. One thing I want you guys to be cautious of is Diamond Quest. The reason you should be cautious on Diamond Quest is because, let me run down the concept for you real quick. There's a dice here. You have to roll the dice. The point of this is to explore the board so that you can find hidden treasures, hidden peanuts in order to buy perks and make yourself have a nice basket, or I guess bag of goodies, bag of prizes when you win. So that's the concept, okay? Here's the problem. No matter what you collect, how many goodies and prizes you collect, if you lose either one of these stadium challenges, you lose the game and you lose everything that you earned in the game. To me, that's just a lot of work for something that's not guaranteed. If you do try this mode, what you'll learn is that every few moves, you're going to get interrupted by a challenge. You have to basically complete that challenge, because if you don't complete the challenge, your percentages right here go down. That's another red flag, by the way. So let's talk about these percentages real quick. This is the problem. If you look at the difficulty, it says on rookie mode, you only have a 10% chance to get a rare card. You have a 2% chance to get an epic card. Okay, that's fine. But let's go all the way down to Hall of Fame. Let's just skip down to Hall of Fame. Even if you beat the computer on Hall of Fame, you only have a 30% chance to get a rare card. You only have a 14% chance to get an epic card. If you do every challenge, if you cover every piece so that you can unlock the most things, it's going to take an hour or two to do this. And then on top of that, this guy right here, whenever you do bump into each other, this is a whole 3-game inning. And I can't remember what the penalty, it says right here. So the penalty is a loss of perks. So here's another red flag about Diamond Quest. These peanuts that you earn, all you can buy with them is perks. Let me say this about perks, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. To me, the perks don't do anything for me. It doesn't feel like it, at least. You know how some of the perks will say exit velocity increase on pitches down the middle. I mean, 1, how many times are you getting a pitch down the middle? And 2, it just doesn't feel like I would hit the ball under those circumstances, and it just wouldn't feel like anything. It's not like you can use these peanuts to buy like more packs or things that's going to help your Diamond Dynasty team. So it's just a red flag to me, man. It's too much that you have to do, and it's too big a chance for you to lose it all. So I'm staying away from Diamond Quest when it comes to grinding. Another mode I want you all to be cautious of is Battle Royale. And I hate to say it because I love playing Battle Royale, but be cautious. Just be cautious of this mode. If you're just going to have fun, have at it. Like, this is a hell of a mode. But if you're trying to grind and get stubs and get cards, be cautious of this. So the first red flag is they give you the first entry free. I've already used it, obviously. So after that, it costs 1,500 stubs to participate. That's a lot. That's a lot. And it says that they give you a free or guaranteed Show 25 pack. But if you go look in the store, that's how much a pack costs anyway. So it's not like a pack is $3,000 in the store and they're giving you some kind of discount. No, you're paying the fee, and you get a card pack, which you was going to get anyway. The second reason that it's a red flag is because you get eliminated after 2 losses. And just like Diamond Quest, if you get eliminated, you don't get nothing. Like, you get this guaranteed regular pack, but you don't get anything guaranteed. If you win a game and then you get 2 losses, you don't get that 75 player. Like, there's nothing guaranteed. And again, like I said, I'm a regular cat, so I'm not getting to 10-0. I'm just not that good at this point. So I'm speaking from a perspective of people who just kind of ain't super good at this game, like me. Like, I'm not getting to 10-0. So there's almost a 0% chance I'm getting an 87 plus player or a flawless player in this mode. Let me move this down so you can see what the ultimate prize is. 10-0 flawless. Choose 1 player. I would imagine it's a damn good card in there. But you need to get to 10-0 in order to have a decent reward in this mode. That's why I'm just saying, beware of this mode. All right, the third thing I would have you all be cautious of is Showdown. So, and again, it pains me to say this again because Showdown is a fun mode to me. But I'm gonna cautious you because here it is again, another something that costs money or costs stubs when you have tons of ways to grind for free. That's one. Two, down here is the things you have to complete in order to beat this showdown. So you have to win every one of these challenges, obviously. And then, of course, you got to beat the final boss. You don't get any points for any of these victories except for the last one. I shouldn't say points. You don't get any rewards. So you don't get cards in the middle of this showdown. You don't get extra stubs. Where it says over here squad upgrades, all that means is you're getting somebody to add to the team that you're using for showdown, not your Diamond Dynasty team. So you're not going to get it. Don't get confused and think that they're going to give you a diamond perk or a pipeline hitter player for beating this challenge. That's not what they're saying. They're giving you that for this mode. Once you get back to your Diamond Dynasty team, those players that you picked are not there because you didn't add them to your team. So I hope that makes sense. And then some of these modes are like, take the lead. You're down 4 before your outs run out. And you've got 17 outs. Each at-bat takes a little bit of time. So the amount of time it takes is going to add up. If you look up, you've only scored 3 runs, but you've gone through 13 outs. That's the equivalent of going through 4 innings on the offensive side of the ball, at least. So the time is going to accumulate very fast. So you're doing all this work for one pack. So, that's a mode I definitely would be cautious of. Battle Royale Showdown is 2 of my favorite modes. They just suck when it comes to grinding. All right, so now let's talk about some things that you should do if you want to focus on building your Diamond Dynasty team. One thing that you definitely should do are the programs. And this is in conjunction with building an affinity team. So the program, so this main program is no matter what mode you play, you get points towards this rewards programs path. So you get a lot of stuff just by playing the game, a lot of stubs. You get some good stuff just by playing the game. So that's going to happen automatically. What I'm talking about are the team affinity and assorted programs that they just drop kind of randomly. So if you go through these, you get, again, decent items for your progress. So the time you spend in this mode is not going towards nothing. So it's different from Showdown and Battle Royale in that sense. This is an accumulation of your progress, so that's good. And then secondly, you get better rewards by going through the program, okay? This is 15,000 XP for completing this program, and you get an 88 overall Max Scherzer. So it's worth doing. Plus, you're getting stuff throughout the way. So way better opportunities, way better chances to get stuff versus Showdown or Battle Royale. And there are moments and things that you have to do. So some of these don't take time at all. Like this, strike out 1 batter. Okay, that took a minute, if that. Tally 2 hits. Okay, again, a minute if you're on it. Some of them might take a little bit of time just to kind of, sometimes it gets annoying, like hitting a home run. Like if you're if you're trying to hit a home run, it's way harder than just trying to have a good at bat. Because you'll have a good at bat, not even think about it, hit 3-4 homers. But if you're up there trying to hit a homer, it might take you all day. But some of these are easy to do, and you just get quick points, and they add up pretty quick. So like I'm already at 23 points. I think I played this mode for like 5 minutes maybe. So just programs, going through these programs, and they're always dropping new programs, is a great way to grind. Second thing you should do is go through the team affinity program. So it's no more seasons, no more sets. So every card you accumulate can be used for the entire year. So now they're doing team affinity just by team. And each team has its own journey full of like, I just clicked on Cubs. So full of Cubs stuff. And then you're still getting XP, you're still getting stubs, you're still getting packs. So this is a really good mode to play. So I highly suggest going through all these teams and playing these modes. It'll really boost your team up. Okay, and then the third thing to do is spend some time playing multiplayer modes. So obviously the entire reason we're doing this is because you want to have good records and be able to play and rank up in ranked mode and then participate in the weekend classic. But actually participating in this mode is a good way to grind this year because now they have condensed all of the program into just multiplayer. So if you're playing Battle Royale, which is a mode I said stay away from, but if you're playing it, you are going to get progress at least towards this program. If you're playing events or playing ranked games, or even if you're playing a 2-on-2 co-op with one of your homies, that work you do is reflected here and you're earning points. So that is a good thing. Just staying in multiplayer mode in general is a good idea. Events, staying on with multiplayer for a little bit. Events is a lot like Battle Royale. If you just love Battle Royale but you really want to grind, I suggest coming over and participating in events, because it's still double elimination and it still makes you get to 10 wins to really get something good. But at least in this mode, all of the work that you do is going towards the multiplayer program. So they sometimes have restrictions on what you can use as your team, but you're using your Diamond Dynasty card, so they're giving you points towards building that. In Battle Royale, you're just picking random cards, so you don't have full control over your roster anyway, so you might as well come over to events and make progress towards your Diamond Dynasty team. Another thing I suggest, especially if you're playing Team Affinity mode, is to go back to the Manage Squad section and create an affinity team. So this right here, I have constructed so that it's all Dodgers players. So obviously I'm just getting started with the game, so I don't have any cold people yet. But everybody on here is a Dodgers player. And the reason you want to do that is because when you are doing the affinity mode, if I can get to it, and let's go to the Dodgers one. I think all of the missions, I'm pretty sure all of the missions are, if you'll see, it says with Dodgers players. So, tally 10 doubles, tally 50 hits, 15 home runs, 25 runs, 3 stolen bases. This is all with Dodgers players. So, and then the players that you get during this program, you have to go back and use them, earn XP with them, and then you'll get more points. So that's the reason you want to build a team with all Dodgers, because you want as many opportunities to complete these. So if you're playing a different mode and you get a double with, I don't know, Mark McGwire, it's not going to count towards your Dodgers program. You get what I'm saying? If you just playing it and you just, you're going to get points for the Cardinals for that McGwire hit. And then if Mookie Betts comes up and gets a hit, then you get credit in the Dodgers program for that hit. So to me, it just makes sense to kind of grind one mode at a time instead of just letting your points just trickle all over the place and you're not really getting rewards, instead of focusing on 1 or 2 teams and building your team around that team. You'll see the rewards come in faster. Yo, so that's gonna do it. It's your boy Dayday. I appreciate you for rocking with me as always. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll holler at you on the next one.